Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel and to another weekly reading vlog. It is Saturday morning. It's like 10:30. I didn't start the vlog yesterday just because it was like a kind of busy day at work. And then John and I actually got a date night last night. John's dad came over and babysat little man so that John and I could go get dinner. We ended up just getting dinner and going shopping, but going shopping without a 1-year-old. I mean, I do it every weekend for groceries, but like John and I, we like very rarely go to the store together just because like it's tough with a toddler. So then we just kind of came home and like did our normal like Friday night plans, our routine. But now I'm out grocery shopping. It's like, I mean, you can see it's like a cold, rainy day. So not the most pleasant, but I had to get it done today because tomorrow, like when John has D&D, like his like in-person D&D, like I feel like kind of rushed on Sundays to go grocery shopping, so I'm doing that today. I think later today John and I are going to make some sauce, like pasta sauce, because we make like our own. We don't buy it store-bought. Not that there's anything, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with store-bought pasta, but John's family has just always made their own sauce, so that's what we do. And like cold rainy days are good for that. As far as reading plans, obviously I don't have any of my books here to show you, but we have, let's see, I am doing a buddy read of Claret in Present Danger, which is book 4 in the Literary Pub Mystery Series. Buddy reading that with Rainey. I think like today we get past the halfway point. There's only like 13 chapters left, but the chapters are really short. So that's going well. I like reading these like as they come out. Like I love being able to binge read series. Like don't get me wrong. Like I love that I can binge read the Bake Shop Mystery Series. But it's also fun like having that like to look forward to as the books come out. So we're buddy reading that. Just this morning I started the book Wanderers, which seems like really cute so far. So that I will probably get read pretty quickly. Audio, I am still reading This Tinderland. I think I'm past the halfway point in that as well. And then I'm also still reading The Archive of the Forgotten. I need to like focus on that this weekend, I think. So yeah, other plans that we have going on, there's like nothing going on this week. It's a very like boring, standard work and stuff type week. So not a lot going on there. Anyways, I think people are getting mad at me because I'm just like parked in my car, not doing anything. So I'm gonna sign off for now, but I'll see you guys later. Hey everyone, it is Sunday afternoon. It's right around 3 o'clock. John is on his way to his in-person D&D. Little man is napping. He is probably going to wake up like any minute. But right now he's asleep, so I'm going to do a little update here. So yesterday, I did get a decent amount of reading done once I got home. John's mom also came over yesterday. She's been in Florida, so she came over for a little bit to see little man. Then John and I played Talk Tack. I'll put a picture here. I have the board game in the other room, the kitchen, but which that game was created by Patrick Rothfuss when he was writing The Wise Man's Fear. I don't think it was the Name of the Wind. I think it was only in The Wise Man's Fear. And so he like creates this game like within the book, and then actually like I think he did it, if I'm remembering what John told me correctly, I think that he did there was a Kickstarter for him to like create the game in like real life. And so yeah, so John's only played it a few times before we played it yesterday. I've never played it before. It has like chess or checkers type vibes. It's a like 2-player game, and you're basically trying to like connect, basically like build a road from one side of the board to the other. And so like the strategy comes in like where you're trying to like block your opponent from finishing their road, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's like very simple and complex and very simple in what's the word I'm looking for? Like in concept. um, but like there's a lot of like strategy that comes into it. So we only played a couple like rounds of that. John thoroughly crushed me. But that happens pretty much every time we play a game. But I was just like really tired last night. So we only played a couple rounds. And then I laid down. I actually ended up finishing the Archive of the Forgotten last night. I gave that like it's like a 4 to 4.5 stars. I didn't love it quite as much as I enjoyed the Library of the Unwritten. The Archive of the Forgotten is a lot less like action packed than the Library of the Unwritten. But it's very intriguing. Like what is going on is very interesting, and you definitely want to like see what the resolution is and like what happens. So that was good. And then this morning, John and I did our new like Sunday morning tradition of breakfast and Tournament of Champions. That was a good time. We actually like both forgot that it was daylight savings time, which is so stupid. But like, so we woke up and it was like 7:45. I was like, oh my gosh, we like slept in. And then we walked into the kitchen where our clock wasn't changed, and I was like, oh no, like little man woke up like at his normal time, like just it seemed later because like it was an hour ahead, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we woke up, got bagels, watched Tournament of Champions. We moved a couple things around in our house. Nothing like big. Like I still had like storage totes out from like the holidays that like everything was put away, but I hadn't taken them. And by I mean John, because that one of them's really heavy. I hadn't taken them into our basement for storage. So we did that. I tried to like finish our taxes, but I have to call a government agency tomorrow and figure out why I haven't received one of my tax forms. And that will be fun because I can't finish my taxes without it. And I wanted to get them done. And then I sat and finished Claret in Present Danger by Sarah Fox. I've been buddy reading this with Rainey, and it was really good. I really do like. I forget about this series when I'm talking about cozy mysteries, just because, like I can't like binge it, which I think I said like yesterday or something. Like I can't like just like sit and like read book after book after book because they are like getting like it's like I'm up to date in the series, and so like I forget about it when I'm thinking about cozies that I enjoy because it's not like something that I'm actively reading all the time like other cozy mystery series. But it's really good. Like I really love Sadie, who's the main character. She owns the Inkwell, which is a literary pub, and her like neighbor, like her neighbor slash like romantic interest, Grayson. He owns a brewery like next door to the Inkwell, and like the town just, I mean, it's like set in New England. Well, is Vermont New England? I don't know if Vermont is classified as New England, but it's set in Vermont. And it's just it's a good time. Like I enjoy them a lot. So in this one, the Renaissance Fair is in town, and so that was fun to read about. I like the setting of the Renaissance Fair, and that is kind of, the murder takes place like within the Renaissance Fair, which, you know, typically like, you know, like when you have like in a cozy mystery, when you have like a setting like this, like a carnival or like a fair or something like that, that like that's going to be like the murder is going to be centered around that. But yeah, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. And Rainey and I, we've been talking about how like Grayson he's pulled out some like some good like boyfriend points in this one. Like he's done some good stuff in this one that were swoon worthy, if you will. um so yeah. Now I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. um I'm probably going to like watch booktube or something, so that, yeah, I mean, like I said, little man's going to wake up anytime. Oh, I also forgot. So I know I mentioned yesterday I started the Pages and Co. The Book Wanderers. I also started Calamity at the Carnival, which is book 5 in the Firefly Junction series. I started that on my Kindle, and I'm a few chapters in. The murder hasn't happened yet, I don't think. Or if it did, I totally forgot about it, but I'm pretty sure it has not happened yet. So I'm reading that. So yeah, this week I also need to read my in-person book club book, because that meetup is a week from today, so I need to get that read. So anyways, I'm going to sign off for now, but I will see you guys later. Hey everyone, so it is Monday evening. It is, hi Jimba, it is 8:30. Yeah, so today was just a regular work day. Well, I shouldn't say it was a regular work day. I mean, it was, but John's mom actually came over today and took little man for that, like, basically the entire afternoon. So she got here, I want to say around like 10:30 or 11, and took him back to her house. She's going to try and do that like once a week so that I can have some like little man free work time. Which was, I mean, it was nice. Like, that's the longest we've been away from him, or I've been away from him for any stretch of time. Yeah, and apparently he did like super, super well. I mean, he's like very familiar with John's mom. I mean, she's over at least once a week unless she's like out of town. So he's like incredibly like used to Nana. So then John and I went and like met her halfway to pick him up, and we ended up just getting dinner. It was us, and then John's mom's best friend, who's like basically another aunt. And we had dinner, and so we just relatively recently just got home from that, got little man bathed and in bed, and now we're just kind of hanging out. What is all over you, Jimba? John is currently fixing our dryer because yesterday I had this like grand plan of like doing all of the laundry that has been piling up for like the past week. Probably a little bit longer than that, because some of my like bulkier sweaters and stuff I've been holding off on washing because like it's like lay flat to dry and blah 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 blah, and like I don't have a good spot to lay a massive amount of sweaters to dry, and so I've been like holding off until like the end of the season so that I could just like dry them and then pack them away for the summer. But anyways, so I was gonna like, I had this grand plan of like doing all of this laundry yesterday, and I went to go put a load of laundry into the dryer, and I turned the dryer on and it goes and I thought that the belt broke. And turns out it wasn't the belt, it was some other part. Like John's had to replace the belt on our dryer once before, so he's like, oh, let me like make sure it's the dryer, like or the belt. If it is the belt, like we can run to Home Depot, I can get a new one. He made sure that they had it. Like, I'll go get a new one and like I'll have this fixed. It wasn't the belt, it was some other like metal piece. And he ordered it on Amazon. It came in today. And so he's downstairs, hopefully getting that fixed. Hopefully, he said it should just be like fix that piece and put the dryer back together, and we should be good to go. So fingers crossed that's the case, because
yeah. I mean, I was able to hang up the load of laundry that like I was going to put in the dryer. So those are like air drying, but then there was another load of laundry that I didn't realize when I started it in the wash that our dryer was broken. And so that's been sitting there for like 36 hours. So we might have to rewash that one. But anyways, that's what John's doing right now. Jimba, stop it. I am getting ready to watch Ghost Hunters, but I just turned on Discovery Plus, and like the opening screen has this thing called the Julia Child Challenge. Cooks learn from Julia Child while competing to city at Le Cordon Bleu. It's like this thing like Listens to Me, which like it probably does, to be honest, because like I love all things Julia Child, which is funny because like I've never watched like an episode of like her TV show, but I think they're on YouTube. I should try and like search that. I've just like, I came to like really like be obsessed with her because I loved Julie and Julia the movie, and now I've like read some of her books, Julia Child's books, and like I don't know, so I really should just watch some of her like cooking show. But yeah, so I just added that to my like watch list on Discovery Plus. But the whole reason that I came on here was not to ramble about my evening. It's because while I was working today, because I could listen to my audiobook without getting distracted by Little Man, I finished This Tender Land by William Krueger Kent. Which one is it? It's one of those two. So I finished that today, which I really enjoyed it. Like, I definitely see why it has gotten all of the hype. It was very, very easy to listen to. The narrator did a fantastic job. I will say that I don't know if I would have loved it as much reading it physically. I feel like it could have, I don't want to say it could have dragged, but I feel like it could have been too literary for me if I was like reading it physically, but listening to the audiobook was fine. Really enjoyed it. I loved Odie and his like kind of like a band of misfits. They call themselves the Vagabonds. Loved like their journey. I loved all of the people that they met along the way. There was even like one character who you think is bad, but he kind of gets a little bit of redemption. A little bit. So yeah, all the people that they meet along the way. And then there was like this like twist, if you will, at the end that I was like not expecting. Like they're like talking about it. Like it's like coming up. It's just daddy fixing the dryer. You don't need to growl. So there's a couple of like little twists like in a row that like I wasn't expecting at all. So like you get this like one little reveal and you're like, oh, that makes sense. Like they've kind of like alluded to this, but like I wasn't expecting it. And then like, I mean, in the same conversation that you get that reveal, you get this other reveal and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, so that was fun. Obviously I can't tell you those, but it was a really good story. And like I was listening to the author's note at the end that the author like reads himself, and he was talking about like how he kind of wanted this to be like another Huckleberry Finn type thing. And so you can definitely get like allusions to that and like that same feel. It definitely has like Huckleberry Finn vibes, which kind of makes me want to reread Huckleberry Finn. I don't think I've read that since high school. Did I read it in college? I might have read it in college. If you don't know, I was an American Studies major in college, so I read and like studied a lot of like my like primary classes were in U.S. history and American literature. Do I use my degree on a daily basis? Absolutely not. I work in the promotional products industry, but my degree is in American Studies. So there's a chance that I read that in college. I just don't remember. Anyways, that's the actual update I wanted to come on here and say is that I finished a book. So I will talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday night. It is 7:30, 7:45. I actually don't know what time it is. I just got back from the grocery store. I returned some books to the library, but I needed to get some food for little man. We are in that lovely phase where we're trying to get him to eat like normal food, and it's going horribly. Like, he does not want to eat like pretty much anything. So yeah, I had to go get him some of those like pouches because he's like basically out. I mean, like, I can't let the little kid starve, obviously. So we try and give him like what we're eating, or like, even if it's not what we're eating, like normal people food. And when he promptly throws all of that on the ground, we resort to the like food pouches. And that's killing our budget. And yeah, we were almost out. So I had to go get some. So I just got back from doing that. I'm getting ready to edit my February wrap up. That is overdue, but you know, it is what it is. And I just wanted to hop on and give you a quick update. So last night I started 7 Days in June by Tia Williams because I need to read this before Sunday because it is my book club book. So far, I'm only 24 pages in, but I'm not hating it. I can tell it's going to have a lot more sexy time than I prefer to read, but I'll get through it. It'll be fine. But I'm not hating it, I don't think. I mean, like I said, I'm only like 24 pages in, so we'll see how it goes. Then today at work, or while I was working, I listened to the audiobook of Charlotte's Web. This was not on my middle grade March TBR, but I was looking for an audiobook to listen to, and this was available through Libby, and I own it, and it's middle grade, and it works for one of the middle grade March prompts, which is like a book older than you. This was written in 1952, I want to say. Yeah. It was like a 4-hour long audiobook. I listened to it at 2 times speed. It took me like the afternoon to listen to. And I mean, who doesn't like Charlotte's Web? Like, let's be real. It's a classic. So yeah, enjoyed that. I mean, I feel like most people have read Charlotte's Web. If you don't know what it's about, you follow Wilbur, who is this pig right here, and Charlotte, who is right by my Goodwill tag, the spider right there. And you have Fern, who's the girl. So Wilbur was the runt of his litter. Fern begs her dad to let her like keep him and not kill him. And so she ends up like kind of taking care of him for his first month of life. Then she sells him to her uncle. So he grows up at Fern's uncle's house and ends up befriending Charlotte. Is the rat on here? I don't see him. Ends up befriending Charlotte the spider. And basically, Charlotte sets out to make sure that Wilbur does not get slaughtered and turned into delicious bacon. And it's just a really cute story of friendship, and yeah, it's really cute. So, I mean, I don't think it's like my favorite middle grade classic ever, but it's really cute. 4 out of 4.5 stars, somewhere in there. So I got that knocked out today. So now I'm going to edit my February wrap up. It shouldn't take me too long. I just have to like insert pictures and then I should be good to go. Like, I'm not going to I'm like very loosely editing my videos these days. So I shouldn't have a lot to like cut out. It should just be insert pictures because I read a lot of library books in February and I don't have them anymore. So I need to get pictures of those and then it should be up by tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Also, before I say that, if you are a parent a mother or father, leave me tips on how to get your child to eat regular people food. Everyone keeps telling me it's tough forever, like for all kids, and this is just like a phase, and you just have to keep trying, and I'm really trying to keep trying. But I'm getting frustrated because he like puts it in his mouth and immediately is like, yeah, I don't want this. And like I can get him to eat essentially the same thing in like pureed form, but like I know it's just a texture thing. But man, it's been tough. So if you have any like fun tips or tricks that aren't just keep trying, because I keep doing that. So I know that that's what most of you will say is just keep trying. But if you have any other tips, let me know down below because this mom would appreciate it. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Hey everyone. So I'm editing this vlog and realized I like didn't update you guys like the rest of the week. And so I wanted to like just wrap this up. So I told you that I finished the Archive of the Forgotten, and I finished This Tender Land, and I read Charlotte's Web, and I finished Clara in Present Danger. It was a very productive week. I got decently through 7 Days in June before the end of this vlog. That was like basically from the previous clip until the end of this, like until like I started the next week's vlog. That's pretty much what my primary focus was reading 7 Days in June. So I didn't make a lot more progress in The Book Wanderers or Calamity at the Carnival. But yeah, spoiler alert for next week's vlog. I do finish 7 Days in June, just not in this vlog. So that is how my week ended. We ended up having some like really good weather Wednesday and Thursday. No, Thursday was a little bit cooler, but Wednesday was like decent. So little man and I got to like go outside on like lunch breaks and stuff, which was really nice. Little man has taken to like, he's been walking for a while, like since the beginning of the year. But now he's like a real pro at it. And so he does like these laps between our living room and our kitchen. Like he just makes like a giant U. And so we spend a lot of my lunch break like running back and forth or walking around outside, which is good for me because I need the exercise. And he like gets a kick out of it. So that's kind of how like we like left off the week. It was very, I mean, I said it at the beginning of my blog, like there wasn't a lot going on last week. So yeah, and I had to read my book club book. So that is that. That is it for now. Let me know. I'm curious. Are you all, because the last day of this vlog would have been St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Are you big St. Patrick's Day celebrators? Because we are not. I mean, like, I wore green and I put little man in green. John did not wear green. John has Irish in him. Does not celebrate his Irish heritage. I probably have a little bit of Irish in me, but I don't know for sure. I wear green and that's about as celebratory as we get. So let me know. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day in any way? Like, even if it's just wearing green like me, let me know down below. Anyways, that is it for now. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy reading.